If you take some pink noise and duplicate it, and then you invert the phase on one of those tracks, you will have complete silence. However, if you add some EQ, you're going to start hearing the difference between the in-phase and out-of-phase noise. And that's when I thought, would it be possible to make a song using only EQ? Thank you for watching. Much love.